Hey, what's happening, gamers? How's everybody doing? Welcome to part 3 of Luigi's Mansion. This is Nintendo GameCube Classics on the Switch 2. A lot of people have been asking, how do I play this on my Switch? It's Switch 2 only. So GameCube games, which there's only a few of them, can only be played on Switch 2. But hopefully you guys are having a happy Halloween. Yeah. Sorry for the late start, guys. Amber and I were both sleeping. The representatives for the landlord were here today, so there was a lot of stress. They picked up their equipment. They did not do the rugs today. We don't know when they're doing the rugs today, but
they said they will call.
They will
or
call
email
about the rugs
and set up a day.
Yeah. So we have tile flooring and cut up stuff, and
honestly, thank God they didn't do it today because we need to do our Halloween stream.
Yeah, Halloween stream today.
That would have been terrible.
Did they say we can start moving stuff back into the laundry room or no?
We can do whatever they want. They just wanted us to get those rugs out of there.
Okay, alright.
So we can move that all back in, but
because they'll probably get on our case about that.
I think we should get rid of some of our extra stuff in general.
Put it where in the...
No, I mean I should get rid of some of my old clothes that I don't need.
Okay, yeah.
Because I have too many things.
It's because you're cute. Alright, so here we go.
Oh, I'm addicted to clothes, and I wish I hadn't gotten all those clothes in the past, then I could have had... It doesn't matter. I'm just weird.
You're not weird, you're fine.
You guys have no idea how many sparkly dresses are in there. Why did I buy all those sparkly dresses in the past? Where am I going? Am I going to the Met Gala every day?
I would take you to the gala if I could. You're so cute.
I should sell all my sparkly dresses on eBay under K-Wife's old clothes that she doesn't need because she's poor now and she can't go anywhere nice anyway, so there's no reason I need these dresses to begin with.
Well, speaking of that, I've seen several YouTubers now use Super Chat goals to help viewers buy them games to cover. I think we're going to start doing that too. So I thought a lot of channels were doing better than us. Apparently not. Like so many YouTube channels in 2025. I've heard from 4 different content creators that have over 1 million subscribers. They have lost thousands of dollars this year. Like, and they're not shadow banned. Like, their viral videos are all dying off. Like, they're not in the search engine. You know, their legacy views are plummeting. Everything is going bad for them. Like, behind the scenes.
Honestly, I don't see how that's possible since... Like, if people like nostalgia, people like games, why would they not go back and watch it?
Well, their viral videos used to get, like, millions of views a month or, like, tens of thousands. They're only getting about, like, 1,000 views a month, like, per viral video.
Do you think...
And they don't have as many viral videos as we do.
Do you think people in general, like, humans in general, like, the actual population of the world...
Humans.
...is just sick of watching YouTube videos? Do you think that people just don't want to watch YouTube anymore? Like, they just don't want to watch, like they don't want to, like, watch an old video of, like, oh, yeah, I remember this game, this is cool. Like, nobody cares anymore because maybe people are... Because I noticed that, for instance, my restaurant job, I asked people what they do for fun, and people were like, well, I used to hang out and play games and watch YouTube, but I don't anymore. All I do is go to school and I work, and then I go to school more and then I work more. Then I pay my bills and then I go to school and I work, and then I work again and then I go to school. So it's like people literally don't... I think people just don't have fun anymore.
They did a study. So the current generation, Generation A and B, Generation Z still, and Millennials still watch YouTube. The generation after us, like after Z, they're all big into TikTok. So I've had several content creators tell me that the reason why they're, wouldn't say flourishing, but the reason why they're still around and people show up for their live streams is they have reels on Facebook and they upload on TikTok. So I couldn't. No. He says, look, I've been looking at you and Amber's stuff, and he says, you can take my advice or not. He says, you guys have over, like, 2,000 YouTube shorts. He says, one of you guys should upload, once or twice a day, all those like massive shorts you've already made, because it's not like you have to go and make new content.
How would we download them and then re-upload them?
I have a program that can download shorts now. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Honestly, I can say this easily. I hate TikTok. You will never find a more wretched place of scum and villainy.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. I think you're spot on about that. But I'm just saying, like, based on this person's advice, and he has like 3 million subscribers.
I just think TikTok is evil. Like, 13-year-old girls dancing in their kitchen in their underwear. I think it's disgusting.
Okay,
like,
let's not bring up that kind of stuff.
I'm sorry, but that's what is on TikTok, and it is weird.
So, in order to stay relevant, what you need to do is you have to go where the audience is, because what's going to happen is you're going to introduce your brand to a bunch of people that have like very, very limited attention spans. No, it's true. Like,
I know.
I'm not being mean. Like, compared to millennials and Generation Z, and even to Generation X, most kids today have a very short attention span. It's almost like every child has ADD.
Tell me about it. I tried training people for the restaurant job in the morning, and the teenagers are like, they're like, okay, you need to carry this up to the front, and then you need to do it again later in the afternoon. And they're like, I have to do it again? It's like, right, because it has to be done several times a day, because we're taking care of customers, because there's a lot of food. And they're like, but I already did it once. It's like, right, you have to do it continually. It's called a job. It's like, what?
Criminy, what happened? The electricity has gone out. The lightning strike just now just has caused a blackout. I can't see anything in this blasted darkness. The ghost will have the run of the place in the dark. Be careful, VG.
The ghost will have the run of the place. Now there's gonna be ghosts everywhere. Oh no! Because it's all dark and stuff. So you have to go down to the basement and mess with the breaker. But yeah, no, they were telling me, like, I should really do that. And it's like, we already have a option to do Reels when we were Facebook partners. So that's done. And then... Oh my gosh, thank you, Naomi. That's very sweet of you.
Thank you, Naomi. Oh my gosh.
10 gifted memberships. Thank you very much.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Naomi's trying to help us end October, like, very well.
Oh my gosh. What? Naomi.
Bless you, Naomi. We hope you're having a wonderful Halloween. So yeah, I mean, I've always been wondering, like, how to really use the super chat goal, because I never even had that idea. So Abdallah told me he's gonna start doing super chat goals for games he's gonna cover, because, you know, I don't even remember what the job he has outside of YouTube, but he does 2 things outside of YouTube, and he mostly takes care of his mom. Because his mom is sick, so his mom lives with him.
That's very kind of him.
But I don't remember.
God bless him for that.
I don't remember where he is. Either he's in Arkansas or Utah now.
I will say, I think Abdullah is a decent human being.
He's a nice guy.
I've met a lot of YouTubers, and I would say 90% of them are not decent human beings, and Abdullah is a real person,
He's a very nice guy.
I think he's very kind.
If we ever do the convention circuit again, it'd be nice to have breakfast or lunch with him again, because he's a very pleasant guy. Like, out of all the YouTubers that we've known our entire career, and there's been a lot.
He's a real person.
Like, the most genuine, nice people, like, off camera,
and then,
is...
Danny and Evelyn also.
Yep, I was gonna say Nintendo Cade is Guru Larry, Angry Video Game
Guru
Nerd.
Larry is nice.
Angry Video Game Nerd is a sweetheart, and Abdallah.
AVGN is nice. I would say that. And we met so many people. We've met so many YouTubers that are complete jerks.
And Completionist was nice, but he was secretly a criminal. So...
Yes, the Completionist was nice to us.
He was so kind.
Completionist was nice to us. There's one other YouTuber that was very kind.
Happy Console Gamer.
Yes, he's nice, but I was going to say there's a famous YouTuber that was very kind to us, but that guy ended up going insane, and I can't even mention his name. You know, he ended up in...
Oh, yeah.
Remember, he ended up stalking that person.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember, yeah.
And ended up in you know, he ended up in an insane asylum.
Yeah.
He was nice.
Yeah, he was
I
nice.
feel bad for him.
Well,
I prayed for him. I don't know what is gonna happen to him. I feel bad.
You have to remember what they say, fame is fleeting.
Yeah.
So if you let fame get to your head...
Sometimes it's better to work at McDonald's for the rest of your life than be a YouTuber, because imagine if you worked at McDonald's your whole life and barely made enough for rent, but in another version of your life you became a YouTuber but you ended up in an insane asylum and going to jail. It would have been better if you had not become famous, because your life wouldn't have been ruined. Some people, their life is ruined when they have too much money and they become famous.
So you and I
didn't mean to interrupt
are like, people ask us like how, because I've had YouTubers talk to us, they're like, how did you and Amber stay grounded so much? It's like, what do you mean grounded? Like we never viewed YouTube as like this kind of like get rich scheme. It was a 9-to-5 job for us. So the reason why we complain and we do other things sometimes and we, you know, make fun of YouTube and stuff like that is because we see YouTube as our employer, even though we don't technically work for them. Like we're not an employee. Like, Amber and I have always viewed YouTube, like, for 18 years as our employment. It's not a hobby. It's not a, you know, whatever. It was always this is our 9-to-5 job. This is what we do. We're going to do it to the best of our ability, and we are going to have fun at work, because part of the reason we had such fun is because we were around each other all the time, and we actually like hanging out with each other, which the internet is shocked by. Oh,
honestly, I would have liked to go viral and have my billboard in NYC, but
oops.
I realized that doesn't happen to everyone, and yeah.
I don't remember. I thought I was supposed to go in the basement to turn off the light, or turn on the lights.
But seeing some horrible things happen to people with too much fame actually makes me thankful that we didn't end up having too much success, because it can really backfire on you.
Yeah, I know it's a blackout. This is the door. Yeah, do you guys remember how to get inside to turn on the electricity again? That's the door we need. I wasn't aware we needed a key to get inside.
And I think I stay grounded because I'm not even very good at being the perfect YouTuber anyway. I'm weird. I talk about random things.
There's no such thing as a perfect YouTuber. Like, basically, YouTube was a place where a person forges their own community, right? And you have, like, people who, I wouldn't say necessarily they're like-minded. They have a similar interest to you. So our interest is gaming. We play lots of different types of games, and that interests people. So that's how we've stuck around so long.
I would say we became grounded because Luke, from the beginning, people tried to get Luke to break up his marriage so he could be stuck with another girl to do YouTube.
Yeah, to do the whole YouTube house thing.
And Luke decided that he was going to do it with his wife, even though his wife was weird and talked about random subjects.
I was going to do what with my wife?
YouTube.
Ah.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go to quick stuff for you right now.
Oh, okay.
What?
Anybody in the chat remember how to get into the power outage room?
I feel very weird right now.
Aww. That's the brownie you ate.
I didn't. I ate it. That's a protein bar.
That's a meal replacement bar. That's like, if you don't have time to eat, you grab one of those. You don't eat something and have a protein bar.
Well, I have a piece of pizza in the microwave.
Halloween is a cheat day. It's fine.
Okay.
You can scarf down your pizza. Just don't have another power bar after the pizza.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this with my. If we have kids someday, how am I gonna tell them, like, you can't have all your candy in one night?
Because Halloween's not gonna exist for them.
What?
Halloween doesn't really exist in the way that it did when we were kids.
Halloween is an important holiday where neighbors can show how open they are and go to people's houses.
None of that has happened.
They're supposed to see their costumes and say, like, what are you? And they have to show you what costume they are before you give them a piece of candy.
Most people
they
in the
have
United
to say,
States...
I'm going as Spider-Man.
Right,
I'm going as a ballerina.
Okay. Most people in the U.S. have stopped especially in certain places, they don't do door-to-door.
Well, that's horrible.
Trick-or-treating
I
anymore.
think it's important to do it because it tries to help us trust our neighbors and shows that people can be trusted and are genuinely kind and good.
Why are they going to the 3rd floor?
And also, we should bring back caroling. Little kids should carol for some figgy pudding.
Some figgy pudding?
Yeah, kids used to go to door and say, "Bring us some figgy pudding," or "Bring us some figgy pudding. Bring us some figgy
Honey,
pudding.
that's too soon.
And bring it right now."
No. See, no.
We won't go until we
No,
get
stop.
some.
Stop with the Christmas stuff.
That's
it's
what
Halloween.
you're supposed to give kids pudding on Christmas, and they carol.
Amber, don't be like that grocery store that's already showing Christmas stuff in October.
We already have the cups for Christmas at our restaurant.
Okay, you know what? Here's the thing, though. Like, people used to celebrate stuff in Thanksgiving. There used to be turkey stuff in grocery stores and, like, little pilgrim hats and things like all kinds of stuff to celebrate Thanksgiving. Now people literally skip Thanksgiving and they go right to Christmas decorations. No, stores could afford to actually decorate to make it look all Thanksgiving-y. They're just being lazy. What? Where am I? No! Why is that crunching? You left the pizza in there too long, didn't you? It's not supposed to crunch like that in the microwave, honey. Okay, well, bon appetit. It's not supposed to crunch like that. Not from a microwave. Yeah. Oh, you were saying excuse me, sir, to Link. Yeah. Nah. So I was supposed to go all the way up here. I need to go down to the breaker, though. Yeah. People are putting Halloween direct... What?
They only said, but people are putting dangerous things in candy. I would rather go trunk-or-treating at a church.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. A lot of churches and, like, neighborhoods do what's known as trunk-or-treating, which is the candy and stuff is not necessarily outside of the trunk of a car, because that goes back to the 80s and 90s saying, don't get candy from strangers. Everybody remember the candy vans?
I think we should say van or treating.
No, not van or treating. But it's a smart idea to do that, to get candy and food from people that you trust. So trick-or-treating is very different than going to a stranger's house and getting candy. And there are a lot of people that took advantage of the holiday and ruined it for so many people, which is why we have weird horror movies today about, you know, people getting hurt on Halloween. But it didn't used to be that way. Yes.
Though I do agree, she said that stores are selling Christmas stuff earlier and earlier.
They are, because they don't want to have... Because Thanksgiving was becoming problematic for people, but... Like, I'm sure in a couple years Thanksgiving will be celebrated again like normal. Just like the 4th of July. You have... Here's the thing. Generation A and B is cooked. But the generation who's coming after them... Actually, Generation B is getting a little bit better. Generation A is severely cooked. Generation B is starting to go back to church. They're starting to think for themselves, and, you know, when they go to school, they're not becoming, like, propagandists. They're seeing how the millennials and Generation Z and A have acted, and they don't want a part of that. Like, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, you know, the world is doomed. It's like, it's having a kind of a reset with Generation B. A lot of young teenagers and college kids are going back to church when their parents and, you know, their elder brothers and stuff like that, and even Generation X, like, all those people were kind of like, you know, church is bad and all this other stuff. There's a lot of people that are soul-searching, and they don't want to be like the miserable, you know, Generation Z and Generation A.
I'll explain to Jessica.
How do I answer the phone?
Jessica has a question.
Go for it.
Alright. Why is Thanksgiving controversial, Jessica? Alright. We used to live in Plymouth. Every Thanksgiving, there is a tribe of Native Americans. I don't remember what tribe it is. But they do like a protest thing in Plymouth.
Could you pause real quick?
Alright.
Hello, may I ask who's speaking, please?
It's a Ouija.
Ouija?
Oh, it's me, Toad. I don't know what I would have done if a ghost answered. Anyway, we have a problem. The lightning caused a blackout all over the house. What should we do? We're really, really afraid of the dark. Can you turn on the lights? We don't know how to turn them on. We're hoping you know. But I think about it. I do remember seeing a large breaker switch somewhere in the basement.
I need a key for the basement, though. Okay, go with yours.
Well, so basically there's a tribe of
Oops.
Native Americans in Plymouth.
Howdy, hello.
Oh, sorry. Surprise you, my boy. This I again. Sorry for disturbing you. I know I usually contact you about the Game Boy Horror, but I thought that I'd try the phone since you were in the room. You know that ghosts all avoid the light and hide in the dark, but listen now. There's one ghost who fled from the gallery. One who hides in darkest places. His name is Uncle Grimly. If only he's on the loose, then maybe your only chance to get him. Why don't you try looking for him before you get those lights back on? Might be wise. He's old for a ghost, but it's only made him more cautious. I do know, though, that for some reason he tends to prefer rooms with mirrors. The ghosts are starting to approach your position. Be careful, Ouija.
Room with mirrors?
Yeah.
What, the wardrobe room?
Basically, I'll explain it quickly. So, it's the idea that in the mind of modern day activists, they believe the Pilgrims lied. Because the whole point of Thanksgiving was that they came together and said they would be at peace. I was just watching some videos about it earlier, and I guess that peace only lasted for 5 years. Like, there was the idea that the Pilgrims, the people fleeing for religious freedom, and the Native Americans made a peace treaty. And they had a feast together that year. And that's what we celebrate for Thanksgiving. That it was not only the peace between Native Americans and the Pilgrims, but also you celebrate thankfulness to God that He kept you through the year.
A lot of people died in the winter.
That's what, if you actually go to Plymouth Rock where they landed, you can see there's a huge, it's disturbing, but there's a grave with tons of people. More than half the people didn't make it through the first
winter,
and most of them were women and children. It was very cold, and they didn't have any food.
It was the New England winters are wicked cold.
It was by the grace of God that they made it through. They hardly had anyone left. And honestly, just as a backstory, I mean, you guys probably know this, but there were other settlements of English people that did not make it, but some of those people were not nice to the Native Americans. The Pilgrims were kind to them. They did make a treaty with them, and they were decent to the Native Americans, but that only lasted for 5 years. However,
Get to the point.
there's more to the story than that. Like, obviously some Native Americans hadn't been exposed to European diseases before, but also there were several different tribes of Native Americans. People don't realize that there was different nations of Native Americans. They weren't all the same nation, obviously. So each was a different country of, you know, there was the Sioux, the
Right, you're trailing off.
Winnepenago or whatever. There was all this different
Short and
tribes.
Short and sweet, Amber.
You know. But anyway, so they, apparently, I was actually watching a video on it, and apparently the treaty they made was that they made a mutual pact. So if somebody would attack the Pilgrims, that nation, that Native American tribe would defend the Pilgrims. And if somebody attacked that Native American tribe, the Pilgrims would defend them. And they also helped them, obviously, to get through the winters because they were not doing a good job with their food. they could not grow the right food. They didn't know how to grow it. So the Native Americans showed them how to grow the corn, beans, and put the fish on it so that they could
You take a long time to explain this. This should only take like a few minutes,
basically
honey.
why it's controversial is people today say that the Pilgrims lied, but they didn't actually lie.
Okay, you're going back on stuff you've already said.
I'm just explaining that they didn't lie. Their treaty was good, and they did thank God for making it through the winter. So I think it was a good thing. But obviously other things happened later on that were bad to the Native Americans. So that's why people don't like Thanksgiving.
There were different tribes.
Right, and
there was good tribes and there were bad tribes.
And also there were good European settlements and bad ones. Let's just be honest, like Jamestown, those people, that didn't work out well.
Don't get into a whole history lesson.
I'm just saying.
There are people that they despise our country, they despise our country's heritage, and they despise, like, all the stuff that happened in the past. And what they don't understand with the past is it's important to learn from the past and not, repeat the mistakes of it. So a lot of people look at the ugly parts of history or the part of history that they don't want to understand, and they completely, like, reject it. And then they wonder, why am I repeating certain things? Because they've completely abandoned what history is, the teaching aspect of history. They don't teach it. If it's something that's painful or something bad that happened, or even something that they don't believe in today, they completely ignore it. And that's not how you're supposed to do history. Like, at all. So there is a group of people, like in our government and other things, that are trying to get rid of Thanksgiving. They're trying to get rid of Columbus Day. They're trying to even get rid of, like, certain aspects of the American Revolution that's taught in schools because they don't want people to learn the truth. They don't want people to know what we did and how, our forefathers did certain things because they don't want people to become informed. Because people who are unformed, they're not easy to control. They're not easy to tell them what to do or to have them go along with what they say. They want dumb people because dumb people are very easily persuaded. A stupid person is very easy to control. An intelligent person, someone who thinks for themselves and knows what, a liar or, like, a psychopath is trying to tell them, they can sniff out a lie. Dumb people, unfortunately, which there's a couple generations that are like that, after ours, they go with what society tells them to go with. They get angry and they protest and they do all kinds of stuff that the collective or the group tells them. They live with what's known as mob mentality. That's how they believe that they're supposed to run their life. They feel happier with someone other than themselves in control. When they're in control of their own lives, they freak out. They don't like that because then they have to make decisions. They want to coax through life and have everything done for them so that they can have a more fulfilling life. They don't want to struggle at their job. They don't want to do a 9-to-5 job. They want to be paid by the government, and they want all this stuff to happen for them without doing anything for it. And they're being taught this in school too. Like, they're being taught by their teachers, hey, you need to find a job that's willing to pay you and that they'll pay for your lunch and, you can goof off and do a computer job and do all this other stuff. Work for Google or whatever where they party all the time. And, they're trying to get these types of jobs. But also at the same time, they're like, okay, we need to be really angry about this thing and we're going to go protest this and you guys all have to go along with us because, this is the right thing to do. Even if they might have doubts, like, I don't feel comfortable protesting this because, blah, blah, blah. They'd be like, how dare you think about this? You're a Nazi. So, it's a completely different mentality than what we as millennials or Generation X or whatever have. Like, it's completely different. Whereas we learned all this boring stuff in history. We know about it. Some of it still impacts our lives. Some of it doesn't. But it's still important to learn it. Whereas teachers today have already gotten in trouble for the past, 10 years trying to throw out parts of the curriculum that dealt with the American Revolution or Columbus Day or, we're told to celebrate Columbus Day, but this is what it really means and, all kinds of stuff. So.
Yeah, but Columbus did.
Right, Amber,
a lot of people here.
I'm preaching to the choir with you. you already know that stuff. But that's why you see all these young YouTubers who are teenagers and things like that, and even like college age, that make all these videos attacking the Pilgrims and, you know, attacking Columbus and all this stuff. And the American Revolution now, there's a lot of people going after Washington and Thomas Jefferson and things like that. It's just, it's crazy. Like, there's no respect towards history anymore because they don't like learning about history, because history to them is painful, which, yeah, it's supposed to be. You learn from pain. You learn from past mistakes. You cannot improve as a person without experiencing some type of tragedy or pain. Like, you have to learn and you have to grow with it. That's what growth is. Growth is pain.
Progress is made by imperfect people, but we learn from the past.
We learn from the past. It's important to learn from the past, exactly. And I'm not trying to dump on, like, you know, Generation A and B and stuff like that. You know, if Amber and I had a kid, it would be part of Generation B at this point. But, the thing is, like, their ideas about stuff, like, if you see a lot of these kids, these teenagers, and you talk to them on the internet, and they don't know anything. Like, they can't even name all 50 states. They can't even tell you the first 5 presidents. They can only tell you the most recent presidents and things like that. And these are people that are going to vote someday. It's terrifying. It really, really is. Ow. And I'm not saying you need to be an expert or anything, but you do need to know at least the basics. Basics are important. But, you know, Thanksgiving is important because basically it showed that there were undertones for what the Pilgrims were trying to do, which was later basically the emphasis of what George Washington and our forefathers did, is they kind of took a page out of the Pilgrims' books, where the Pilgrims, you know, they wanted to be able to worship God the way that they wanted to without the interference of the king. You know, it was kind of like a search for religious freedom. Whereas the American Revolution it wasn't about religious freedom, it was about freedom as a society, to not be dictated by a king. But they took the same type of, you know, reasoning that the Pilgrims had, and they incorporate that into the country as a whole. So, you know, it's important to learn these basic facts.
Sometimes you have to sit with the pain in order to grow, says Naomi.
Yes, exactly.
You might...
Pain is a good teacher.
You're right, Luke. They're also trying to get rid of Black History Month and other things like that, says Naomi.
Black History Month is very important. Like, it's important, but at the same time, like, I don't think that society... I don't like how society is trying to go back to segregation, and that's what it looks like to me. Like, and I really hope that we don't backslide that far, because, like, in the 90s and the 80s, like, we were essentially a utopia. Like, we really were. I don't remember hearing any nasty language or anything until social media came out.
I do think Black History Month is extremely important because of everything that Black people have had to go through in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And other people haven't had to go through that, obviously.
Yeah, it's a very, very important thing that they shouldn't be getting rid of.
Yeah, I also don't like it how they... I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but it's like...
Depends.
I don't know how they're trying to make, like, every... I shouldn't say it, but it's like, I was just gonna say... Hmm?
Okay, never mind. Amber
Alright,
can't say that.
I was...
No, you can't say that.
No, it doesn't have to do with Black History Month. It was about another random topic I was gonna talk about.
She can't talk about that topic.
It has to do with, like, Day of the Dead stuff that I didn't like what was happening, but Luke doesn't want me to talk about it.
No, there's too many hot button issues, like, right now.
Fine. But yeah, I don't think they should get rid of Black History Month. I think that's stupid.
Any type of thing that involves history, they should not get rid of. Black History Month, Columbus Day, Thanksgiving, you know, all these things are important because they're a part of our American history.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
American history is important because it's important for our society to learn about, you know. Black History Month shows all the, you know, black people that contributed towards our American history as well as inventions and, you know, structure of helping society and all kinds of stuff. It's super important. Just like it's important to learn about the Revolution, and it's important to learn about the Civil War. It's important to learn about the Great Depression. It's important to learn about World War I, World War II.
I think it's important to learn everything because otherwise how do we know how we got here?
Mm-hmm.
How do we know how everything led up to this point?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I worry about them getting rid of Thanksgiving because they're going to make people think that...
No. They haven't gotten rid of Thanksgiving. They're trying to.
Kids are going to not know that there was a time in which the Pilgrims and the Native Americans did make a pact and there was some peacefulness between them. They're going to think that there was never any peace at all. That's going to warp their version of reality, because even though bad things happened later, there was a time of peace with the Native Americans and the Pilgrims. Like, I think it's important for people to know that.
What they don't teach in schools anymore, which you'll have to go to, like, Massachusetts still teaches this, there was a lot of really dangerous and bad Native American tribes that killed a lot of settlers.
Yeah.
There was a lot of them. And
the ones the Pilgrims made a pact with were peaceful.
Right, because just like during the times of the Aztecs, there were really bad Aztecs that, you know, murdered a lot of people. Let me finish.
Yeah.
And there were Aztecs that didn't do a lot of human sacrifice, and they had their own rules with their tribe.
Well, they weren't Aztecs, though. They were different tribes.
They Mayans, whatever. They were part of that society, but they weren't like.
Yeah, I know. There were other people living around there that weren't killing people.
Exactly. So, you have that. So there were a lot of, unfortunately, some of the Pilgrims and settlers viewed all Native Americans as killers because there was a lot of them. But there were good tribes too that actually worked with people to try to help them survive, and they had like kind of a coalition.
I was just watching an interesting video. There's an older guy who is doing history videos now, and he did a really interesting video about the Native Americans in the United States and the messiness of the different tribes and everything. And he was saying that a lot of the Native Americans were thankful when the Europeans got here because they were like, finally, we can get rid of the, I guess there were two tribes that were really ruthless and would just go around murdering and killing people all the time. The Comanche was one of them that were terrifying. And then there was another tribe, and the peaceful Native Americans, they were thankful that somebody else came here because they wanted those people taken down so they wouldn't be terrorizing them anymore.
I can teach you guys a little history trick. If you were ever driving through the East Coast and you find a road or a town named after a Native American or a tribe, that was a good tribe in history.
Oh, so they didn't name it after the bad ones.
No, we do not name parts of America after the murderous tribes that we took out.
There were tribes. It's interesting. This guy was talking about this, and there was tribes that continually, part of their culture was just continual war, continual torture, and that was their culture. And I coming from Vikings, I can understand what they were talking about because that was part of, Viking culture. Maybe there was that probably was. But what I'm saying is there are some people groups in history that has been their legacy. It's just war all the time. And that there were some tribes of Native Americans that was their whole thing.
We're going to move on though. So if you're ever driving through a town in the East Coast, and, this usually happens, or mountains, in history, as a sign of respect, our ancestors used to name important discoveries after people that they liked or groups that they liked. So the different parts of America that are named after, certain Native American tribes, those were the good people. Or specifically, there's several mountains in New York that are named after, Indian chieftains. and things like that. And that was a way of, like, immortalizing somebody, is naming a town or a street or a mountain range or a valley or something after, you know, somebody who was the influencer of their day, basically. Like, it was a big deal. So, like, we never, that I can think of in history, in America, named something after an enemy. It was always like, if you named a settlement or a, you know, a mountain or something like that, it was a way of showing respect to somebody who had passed.
The Pilgrims, the tribe that the Pilgrims made the pact was, they were the Wampanoag tribe.
Yep.
And they were very kind. Yeah, it's interesting how different the different tribes of Native Americans were, because they all had different rules and ways of living.
Mm-hmm.
They were not anywhere near the same.
But that's a little life hack for you guys in terms of history. If you guys are struggling in history with stuff, in America we don't tend to name, you know, aspects of our country, like our cities or towns or anything, based on fallen enemies. It was always a sign of respect to name it after somebody who either was well liked or somebody who we had respect for or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty simple, but some people don't really understand that today.
So the ones that you see the names after, that was the ones that the settlers respected because they were decent.
I went to a park and I was talking to somebody in Massachusetts. That's where that park ranger basically told me, like, that simple reasoning. He was an elderly gentleman. So it's not like I came up with that word of wisdom. That was taught to me by, like, a...
I know, we were in Massachusetts for quite a long time.
We were in Massachusetts for 10 years.
That was where the Pilgrims settled, you know?
Yep.
So, there's a ton of history there. Luke, you're not wrong, says Miss Deanna. Mawa, pronounced Mawa, is named after a native tribe in New Jersey, since New Jersey is one of the 13 colonies.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to teach your kids things on your own, says says Naomi.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think, like, people are gonna have to, like, if they don't tell people the entire history in school, like, people are gonna have to make an effort to teach their kids the whole history of what they missed in school. Like, you're gonna need to tell your kids, like, well, they didn't tell you the whole story in school. Here's what the rest of it is. Here's a book. Here's a history book. I mean, they can't burn all of our history books.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter anyway.
We can teach our kids, like, the whole history of anything they missed in school.
The group that was trying to get rid of aspects of history, they lost. So they're, you know, all these people had a huge setback. Like, these people that were attacking our history, like our what they call ancient history. But again, our country is not even 250 years old. It's not ancient history.
It's not even ancient. Ancient is like thousands of years ago.
The best way that my history teacher, who was a very, like, wonderful, godly man, the best way he's described history is our forefathers and people who came to this country have the same ideals and beliefs as you do. The only difference is George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, at the end of the day, to relax, didn't sit down to play Super Mario Brothers. That's how he used to explain it. He was like, all the things that you want to be able to do in your life, you know, your hopes and dreams of, like, having a good income and a nice place to live and good food to eat, he says, 200 years ago or 150 years ago, whatever, your forefathers had the same hopes and dreams that you have now. The difference is the technology and the clothing was different, but your mindset was the same. He says, when you look at it that way, then history, in a way, comes to life, because it's not just stories of the past, it's stories of America. It's stories of Americans that lived in the past that had different ways of going about what their chores were than what your chores are now. They still did chores. It's just their chores were a lot different than the chores that you do today. Most of you load a dishwasher. Well, back in the day, they had to take a huge, like, wooden tub and get water, and they would have to wash the dishes by hand outside. And then as the technology improved, then they would wash their dishes inside. But they usually because it was easier, the dishes were made of wood. Which, imagine that. Your cups and your food, your cups and plates were all made of wood. Even your utensils were made of wood. Metal was not a very easy commodity until much later on. So there were lots of differences. Like people had to churn their own butter. People had to get up a lot earlier than you guys do today. But the things that they wanted to do with their life, you know, starting their own business or getting an education or finding a, you know, a person to settle down with, have kids, all that stuff was the same. It's just the technology and, you know, the way of living and how much money people made. All that stuff was different. People had to have trades back then. All kinds of stuff. It wasn't uncommon for people who didn't finish school to have to settle on a trade and, like, become somebody's apprentice for, like, iron work or, you know, whatever they call it, printing press person or working at the mail office or whatever, you know. People had to do different things in order to survive and make money and pay the bills and things like that. It's just, you know, they don't have modern technology. You can't get entertainment in the palm of your hand like you can today. You had to read a book back then, or, you know, you had to go fishing or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
Different
like,
things.
Now with AI, people aren't even going to know how to read a book or research anything.
Yeah, everything is becoming AI now, which is freaky. I saw an AI video the other day. It looked so real that I couldn't even tell the difference. Like, somebody made a He-Man trailer the way that it was supposed to be for how it was. Because we had a He-Man movie in 1987. So they redid the He-Man trailer from 1987, and they had a Thor actor as He-Man. And it looked really good. Like, it looked like him, and it probably, that trailer is going to be better than the He-Man movie that comes out next year. But it's all AI. The acting, the crying, like the He-Man holding dead Teela in his arms and fighting Skeletor, and Skeletor looking menacing and awesome visual effects. All of it was AI. It's not real because, you know, the dude isn't He-Man. There's someone else who's playing He-Man, some Swedish guy. It's not it's not Thor. But it looks real. AI is becoming freaky.
It was. It is Happy Halloween, Devon. Thank you very much, Devon. Happy Halloween. I don't know. Thank you, Devin. You're breathtaking. Thank you for the help. I know it's not Thanksgiving, but I will say that, you know, like, the country was founded by, like, everyone is imperfect, but, like, something that the founding fathers believed in is divine providence. That God's hand was making the United States. And even though there was has been a lot of difficult things and bad things that have happened.
Oops.
That, you know, I think it's very interesting that when they were writing the Constitution, they did write that all people are created equal. I think that was God that wrote that in. That's what I really believe.
Yep.
And I think that God did preserve the Pilgrims from dying because they should have died. Did you know that there was many settlements that came to this country with you know, with more supplies and were better equipped, and they all died? But the Pilgrims were less equipped and they had less people, and they did make it.
Yeah, I know that.
So it was actually a miracle that they made it through winter. And honestly, I believe the reason why they made it through is because they believed in God. That's the only reason.
It's the whole reason they came here, for religious freedom.
The only reason the Pilgrims out of everyone were the ones that made it is because they they trusted in God. That's the only reason. I'm just saying. It's true.
Dang it! I had 2 boos escape. Oh well.
I know they didn't mean it equal for everyone, Naomi, but God meant it equal for everyone. That's what I do believe that.
Move on. Okay, so now we need to go. I think we have to go all the way back upstairs. Yep, we have to go all the way back up to the 3rd floor. Which would be nice if there was a faster way to get there, but there's not. So with the lights on, now we have to go up, I think, and confront the painter. Which is all the way upstairs. Yep, so there you go, people. That's the best thing that you can do is learn from history so you don't repeat it. And that's what they should be teaching people. And if you can find easier ways of learning things, like if more people would do like quick like 3-minute history lessons on TikTok or something, or explain it in your own words, like that would be good too. Because people today, not you guys, but like the generation that lives on TikTok, part of the reason why YouTube is the way it is because so many people have like such limited attention spans now, which is a problem because, you know, millennials and Generation X, they had longer attention spans, which is why YouTube did so well for so long. And the fact that so many of our colleagues now are going to the point where they're doing super chat goals just so they can cover a game, which is very smart, and I'm totally going to steal that like a meme. It just shows that I think that everybody is doing better off than Amber and I, but they're really not, even though they have millions of subscribers. Like, everybody is hurting on this platform, and a lot of that is TikTok's fault, as well as YouTube Shorts, most likely, is because people like shorter entertainment, like the newer generations. They don't, even anime is starting to get smaller and smaller. Anime used to be like 40-minute episodes, now they're 20. And there are even some anime shows that are only 10 minutes long. Like, so, you know, people's attention spans are just getting slow, like, less and less and less as time goes on. Which is irritating, not gonna lie. It is a little annoying, but not much you can do about it. Rooftops, telephone. You have to find ways of adapting. 229, 228.55. Telephone. Bro. So the boo ran into this room, I think. So basically what that means is sometime, probably before the end of the year, we're going to open an official TikTok, and we're going to open a Reels to try to get, you know, stuff. More people to see our content.
Oh, man. I really...
It's going to be easy for me because I upload the shorts at the same time, so...
I guess there's worse things than uploading on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Where is the boo? Thought the boo flew in here.
So guys and gals, we're doing Halloween stream tonight. Honestly, I feel so relaxed because honestly I thought it was going to be a huge thing with our apartment today. Honestly, I think it wasn't a huge thing because I did get everything done. Last night I got all the rugs out and I had to dry them. I had to haul them out of here. They were soaking wet with mildew all over them. Smelled terrible, and I had to wash everything down there. And honestly, it was the worst day ever. In fact, Luke had to wake me up from my job. I would have slept through my alarm and actually missed my entire work day today. Luke had to wake me up.
Just context, guys, because I know people are thinking this. When we had the eviction thing that almost happened, my neuropathy wasn't that bad, so I could, you know, haul things, and I could walk, and I could carry things. My neuropathy is so bad, I can barely walk. So I cannot lift things, I can't go down in the basement, I can't really do anything.
Well, Luke can't stand the chemical smell, number one.
I can't go down with the chemicals, and I can't...
Number two, he can barely walk.
I can barely walk and lift things.
But I've been lifting a lot of stuff at my job in the morning, so I've been becoming pretty strong. So I was able to haul all that stuff out of there.
So the only stuff I could do was tidy up upstairs to make it so when they came in, they could see... You did a great
job of that. Also, you held down the fort with streaming continually.
Yeah, I have been streaming a lot.
Because I've been taking days and time off to go down there. I've been so stressed out, and I still have to clean up. I think the reason why our cat was doing bad things was because the industrial fan was down there. But hopefully everything... We're gonna have to put them in that tiny little room when they do the carpets. Because they're gonna actually they're gonna actually glue the carpets down or whatever they do.
Yeah, I know they're gonna do something.
Maybe.
Hey guys, do you remember how to make the toy soldiers come to life so we can bust them? Like, isn't there a clock or something we're supposed to mess with in here? Yeah, but unfortunately every year my neuropathy gets worse in my leg. Like, to the point where I can't even stand very well without the assistance of a cane anymore. So, it's like, it continually gets worse and worse.
Yeah, happy Halloween, everyone. So Luke's gonna play Marble Rivals. Maybe he'll play the little shark pumpkin. Maybe he'll play the Hella skin, where she's like an evil Countess of the Dead or whatever. Maybe he'll play as Doctor Strange Zombie. Maybe he'll play as Van Helsing Wolverine.
We'll see. I mean,
He'll
it's
play
only...
as
It's
spooky
gonna be...
characters.
It's gonna be exactly how it always has been.
And then we're gonna try to play... I think Luke's gonna try to play Fortnite. But most of it, I'm guaranteeing you guys, Epic's servers are so messed up that I guarantee it's very possible it'll just be an hour of sitting there waiting to get in. Because that's what it was. I did a Halloween. I got a little cat with a pumpkin head in Fortnite. So Luke can either play as that or another spooky character. And honestly, I got in one match and that was it. Maybe we got in one more match eventually. So there's like 3 modes you can do. Blitz, OG Fortnite, or you can do Battle Royale. Battle Royale, OG Fortnite, or Blitz. Those are the only 3 modes you can really do. Or you can do creative mode. And you can only do 4 people. Or if you do Blitz, you can do 6 people. But Blitz never works.
Yep.
So I would do OG Fortnite or Battle Royale. Those are the only 2 modes, and you can only do it with 4 people.
Yep, and I'm just telling you what we did here, guys. The wind-up things on the back, you use your vacuum. And you have to put all the alarm clocks on in order to wake up the soldiers. So once all the soldiers are up, then you can bust them.
I am feeling embarrassed right now. My dad is a lobster for Halloween.
Ah!
Says Jucky.
That's funny.
Sorry to hear that.
That's kind of funny, though.
I made Luke be a bee one year, and that was embarrassing for him.
That's when we were dating.
That's when we were dating.
In the dating years, I was a bee. Never
And
again.
I did not know that Luke was allergic to bees at the time.
Yeah, everybody thought that was kind of funny.
Honestly, oh, that costume is probably still in my dad's house.
Yep.
Maybe I'll have to pick that up and bring it here and make Luke dress as a bee again.
No, I'm good.
Honestly, that was like a hand-sewed bee costume.
Yes, it was.
I am sorry for making you wear that.
It's okay, you thought it was funny. You took
No, I thought you looked cute.
I know, you took a lot of Polaroids.
I'm sorry.
You used my family's Polaroid camera and you took pictures.
Well, I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought you would look funny.
You wanted to put your boyfriend in a costume. You just
yeah,
had no idea
you
I was
didn't
allergic
dress
to him.
up. You
Yeah.
didn't dress up, and I wanted you to dress up.
Yeah.
I went as Trinity from the Matrix that year.
Yeah.
Because my parents had this old coat that was like from a secondhand store that was like a trench coat. And so I went as Trinity from the Matrix, but honestly I didn't look anything like Trinity.
Did we just hand out candy at my parents' house?
No,
Where did
you
we go?
handed out candy. I went with your sister trick-or-treating when I was 18. We went together.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was very weird. And then we went to like 2 or 3 houses, and then somebody was like, "Hi, ladies," and they were like really weird to us. So then we just went home after that because we were just like, okay, we're too old to go trick-or-treating. What are we doing? I don't even remember what she was. Was she a cheerleader? I don't know. Back in the day, that was your sister was very over the top, and so was I because we were both like theater people.
Yeah.
But I was more like, oh, let's do this. It'll be fun. But yeah, so. I think that's why we sort of hit it off back then, but Yeah, she and I went out trick-or-treating even though we were in high school. It was weird. We went out together.
No, you weren't in high school. You were
We
in
were
college.
oh
She
my
was
gosh.
in high school.
She was in high school. I was in college.
You were in college. You always had this thing where you looked 10 years younger
Yeah,
than...
I looked so young that I could go trick-or-treating 10 more years than everyone else because I looked so young.
Yep.
When I was in college, I looked 13 years old.
Yep. That was always kind of awkward.
Yeah, even now, like, even at my job, like, people think I'm so much younger than I am, and they always, like, they treat me like I'm another teenager. And they're like, hey, can you get the teenagers, like, they have no idea how old I am. Like, they do not know. Like, they're just like, hey, are you dressing up? Are you going to a, you know, high school, like, Halloween party? It's like, no. I'm old. Like, they don't know. They just don't know how old I am. It's kind of a curse, though, in a way. It's a blessing and a curse. Looking way younger than you are, people don't take you as seriously, for number one. But number two, yeah, you can, the one benefit is you can go trick-or-treating much longer. But honestly, looking back at life, it's not too much of a benefit because honestly, what do you get trick-or-treating? Candy, and it's not even very good for you. But it is fun at the time. It's a fun experience. Honestly, I feel sad for this generation that won't know what it's like going door to door and having strangers literally open the door and say, what are you? And then give you candy. Out of the goodness of their heart, they just give you stuff. It's a nice neighborly thing. I actually mourn the loss of this holiday. I feel terrible about it. I think it's a great holiday.
Where is this guy? Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Alright, that guy's done.
Hello, Titan Gamer.
Sensible. Sensible!
Happy Halloween, Anna.
Be careful, VG. Be careful, VG. We need to be uncareful. He's in this room.
Good thing it's not just me who gets told I'm 15. I look 15 years younger than I am, says Jade Rose. Oh, wow, Jade.
I mean, it'll come in handy when you're older.
When you are like 50, it'll be like the best thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because like people, when they get old, like 50, 60, 70 years old, they would kill to look younger. They would literally kill to look younger because people hate looking old. But when you're 20 or 30 and you're trying to get a job and be taken seriously, yeah, people treat you like garbage because they think that you're so much younger than you are. It's sad, honestly. Honestly, I just embrace it. Like, people think I'm a teenager. I even told people in my work, like, people were like, oh, sorry people think you're younger than you are. I'm like, well, I don't even care at this point. Like, if they think I'm in high school, whatever. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter because we're all doing the same job anyway. It doesn't matter to me if people are like, hey, go get the ice. Hey, go get this. It's like, okay, whatever.
Ah!
It's my job regardless of how old they think I am.
Dang it.
Hugs, Savon. Sorry people think you're... I think Miss Deanna said she and her sister and her family, they always think they're a lot younger than they are too. There's many people that it's like, it's just... Some people just look way younger than they are. It's just how we are. I don't know. Just some people just look younger. It's kind of unexplained. As Madame Blueberry said, maybe it's because you have a happy heart. What aisle are the happy hearts in?
I don't know where to go! I'm lost now. I have no idea where to go. I was busy hunting booze that I completely forgot what to do. Whoops. Is Mr. Luke lost? No, I just forgot what to do. It's not that I'm lost, I just...
Actually, Zach said, is he Mr. Lost? Your new name is Mr. Lost.
I'm not Mr. Lost, I'm just... I don't see a key above anything.
Did anyone dress as Pikachu?
No.
I don't know, but I'll tell you, last year, Nick's Galaxy had he said, I have a picture of myself dressed as Sonic on my Twitter. So I looked, and oh my gosh, his Sonic costume is so cool. I don't know if he got that online or what, but it was like, had this whole hoodie with like the Sonic, you know, like his like fur, like his little tufts of fur, spiky fur on the top of his head. His Sonic costume looked great. I literally... They should make an Amy costume like that. How come there's no Amy costume? Just a Sonic costume.
Hi, Lisa.
You've always looked a lot younger than you are too, Lisa. Yeah.
So, Lisa, are you excited for, Zelda in a couple days? Are you, like, into the whole Hyrule Warriors thing, or... That's the big Switch 2 game coming out.
I still don't know why I went as Trinity from The Matrix.
You were big into The Matrix.
I like The Matrix, but I didn't even have a Trinity wig, so it didn't even look normal. I didn't even look like her.
So you were just wearing, like...
I was just wearing the coat, and I had blonde, long hair. So I didn't look like her at all.
Oh, now you were wearing a trench coat. Were you wearing heels?
Probably, like heeled boots.
Heeled boots and a trench coat with sunglasses and blonde hair. Was the trench coat closed or open?
Open, because I had to show my black shirt underneath.
Okay, yeah. Okay, as long as it wasn't closed, I was gonna be like, yeah, that's probably why you got weird guys asking you stuff.
Yeah, like your sister thought like one of the people we went to their house was looking at us really weird. And she was like, okay, we're done. She was creeped out, so she's like, we're done trick-or-treating for now. Honestly, if you think about it, it is a little bit dangerous going door to door to people's houses. I mean, as long as you stay back from their door, I guess. But honestly, even in the 90s, people acted like there was people were doing something bad to the candy or something. But I don't think most people were. I think there was just a few weirdos out there. I think most people are generally decent and kind.
I have no idea where to go.
Oh.
I can't remember. I guess I'll go to the basement.
I can't get it, says Lisa. But I will be here watching you guys play it.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa.
Good enough, Miss Amber. For trying to dress up as Trinity. Thank you, Miss Deanna. I didn't look anything like her.
No.
I didn't look anything like her. But that was how I did things, Miss Deanna, was growing up, we always made our own costumes. Me and my family. Luke's family got them from the store, but my family, the way we did Halloween was we made our own. So we would look in the closet for something that looked like a person that we wanted to dress up.
I never got to be what I wanted for Halloween, so I didn't really feel like doing Halloween anymore.
Why? What do you mean you didn't get to be it? Like they didn't have the costume available, or you didn't have the money for it?
The one year that my parents bought me a Batman costume, they bought me Robin, because Batman was all sold out. And that was the year that I jumped off the roof.
Oh, so you had to be Robin. Sorry to hear that.
No, I liked Robin, but it didn't feel as cool jumping off rooftops. And I was in my climbing adventurous phase.
You were in your parkour phase.
Parkour didn't exist yet, but yeah, I was jumping off rooftops and stuff like that into leaves, and my dad saw me jump off the roof in a Robin costume, and he came running outside when I jumped in the leaves.
And you broke your leg?
No, I hurt my leg. I didn't break it. And then he was kind of like, yeah, I don't...
So you were Ezio?
I was Ezio before there was Ezio, yeah. So he was kind of like, yeah, I don't think we're...
The thing with leaves is they don't really break your fall very well.
No, they don't.
It looks like they will, but they won't
no,
because they just
don't.
go flat.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a nice cushy thing, but it's not.
No, it was not. It was not cushy.
Basically what you do is you just go through the leaves and you hit the ground hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's basically what happened. So, anyway, eventually, you know, with the video games and all this other stuff, I was just kind of like, you know what? Yeah, it's not going to work out. So, I didn't do the Halloween thing after that. So, like, around probably 1990, it would have been 97, 98, I just stopped doing Halloween. Actually, no. When I was 8th grade, I just stopped doing Halloween, and I made a new tradition of passing out trick-or-treats, and my parents wanted to go to sleep. So I was like, can I use the downstairs TV to hook up my N64 and I'll hand out, you know, candy and stuff? And they're like, really? I said, yeah. And so that's what I did. I would hook up my N64, I'd play like a spooky game, and I'd turn it up somewhat loud because my parents didn't care. Like they were sound sleepers.
Because it was Halloween.
It was Halloween too, so I'd play Castlevania and I'd do other stuff.
I feel bad. I didn't get any candy this year, guys. I have to confess.
We don't need any candy.
Well, there's kids in the neighborhood.
They never come to the house.
They did a few years ago.
Go to the playhouse? Okay, Huey. And go to the room where the toy soldiers were. Otis. Dun, 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 dun. It takes so long to get from point A to point B. So you have to go back to where the toy soldiers are. Otis. Dun, 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 dun. Shoot, how did it drop that much? How did it drop that much?
I only like the first Happy National Caramel Apple Day, Zach. Minger. I only like the first... Yeah, a few years ago kids used to come here. Happy Halloween, Carlos. For a cute jack-o'-lantern emote. Well, usually what people do is they leave a bucket outside and it's the honor system. That's what a lot of... But it actually doesn't work because usually the first kid that comes by and sees the bucket pours it into their bag.
Yep. Hey, guys and gals, I need you guys to run the shorts in the background again. And this is why I'm worried about that Halloween stream. I'm gonna have to make tons of little shorts to post like during the time of the Halloween stream.
Weird.
Yeah, make sure your cell phone is, you know.
I am looking for an awesome time with the Zelda game, says Zach. My favorite couple, Amber and Luke, doing the best, what they do best. Aw, thank you, Zach. I like handing out candy. I think it's nice. It's a community thing, I feel like. But, I mean, I'm trying to believe in trunk or treat, but it's hard for me to believe in it because it just feels like... Honestly, I'm not allowed to say this, but I will just... It feels like, you know, like... you probably don't know this, but, like... A lot... Like, when girls in my school... Like, when they weren't invited to prom... They would make an anti-prom party, and they would just go to each other's houses and hang out and watch movies.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, well, we weren't invited to prom, so we're just going to have fun on our own. And that kind of what feels like what trunk or treat is. It feels like, oh, I don't want to go trick-or-treating, so I'm just going to go in a parking lot and pretend to do it. And I don't mean to be offensive, because I know so many people trunk or treat now. But I kind of like doing the real thing. But I get why. Everyone says it's unsafe. I guess my mind is still in the 90s where I believe everything is fine. Like, I want to believe that the world is a safe place. If I believe it enough, then it will be. That's how I feel. Maybe I'm not being normal about this. What do you think? If I believe it enough, it will be?
I think that your naivety will get you in trouble.
What?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of dangerous people nowadays, honey.
But if we all trust each other, then everyone will be good again.
Very cute.
I want to believe.
I know. Guys and gals, make sure you run the shorts in the background, please, okay?
Happy Halloween, Jaylord. Well, I can tell you guys some interesting stories about me with Halloween. Because I grew up in farm country, so when we did live near a farm and several farms, what we would do for trick-or-treating is we would drive several miles out from one farm to the other. So we would drive from one farmhouse and we would drive like 20-40 minutes and get there, and they would hand us these homemade caramel popcorn balls or caramel apples or huge Hershey's, like full-size Hershey's bars, because they would only get like 5 kids the whole night. So they had tons of stuff ready in case somebody made the journey to their farm. So we'd go to 2 or 3 farms and we'd have a whole bag. You know what I mean? Yep. So that was cool. That was my favorite trick-or-treating. Then when I moved further into town, it was lame. It was like, here's 2 pieces of tiny candy. Thanks a lot, cheapskates. Sorry. You know what? It would be nice if they handed kids was money.
Ha!
That's what we really could have used. Here's some money for your college.
Ha! Halloween shakedown.
Yeah.
Trick or treat, give me your wallet.
I went to prom without a date, and I still had fun. None of the guys at my school were my type anyways, says Miss Deanna.
Oh, wow.
I was just busy with other stuff during my senior year anyways, says Miss Deanna. That makes sense. I want to believe that, Miss Amber, but it's better to be safe than sorry, says Miss Deanna.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, honey, that's the reality.
It's hard for me. I just want to believe that people are good.
I know. I know. Okay, so...
I have this idea in my mind that if someone is a bad person, but you keep treating them like they're a good person, then they'll just become a good person. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, guys, don't forget to watch the shorts, everyone.
Yeah, we're not doing well.
My little sister would have loved that, says Miss Dana. She loves Halloween. And they gave us 1 penny for Halloween. Oh, wow, Miss Dana. Yeah, that would be cool. Give a penny. That's kind of cute.
Yeah. BJ Williams renewed. And Naomi gave 10 gifted members. Deanna gave a super chat. And Devin gave a super chat. Okay. Alright, now we need to leave. How do we leave? I don't remember how we get out of here. Oh, we ride the elevator again, obviously. I completely forgot there was a rooftop. I love his sound.
Is anyone getting any trick-or-treaters tonight, says Jessica?
Nope.
My dad took a picture with me. Oh, cute, Jessica. I grew out of the candy phase when I was 12, so I didn't see the point of trick-or-treating, says Miss Deanna. We still had to do it since my little sister likes Halloween and trick-or-treating. Aww. That's nice. Oh, I wish I had a Princess Peach. You know what our best costumes would be? Me with a Princess Peach costume and you dressed as Batman. I don't know where my Catwoman costume from last year is. Somewhere. Hanging up. I think it's in pieces.
Uh-oh.
I like dessert and pastries more than candy anyways, says Miss Deanna. Oh my gosh, Miss Deanna, you should... I don't know if you've ever tried popcorn balls, but they're so good. And people in farm country used to make those for people, like I said. Like, in the Midwest, people make popcorn balls. Do you like popcorn balls, Luke?
That was a big thing.
They have, like, this basically, it's like popcorn, and then you put, like, this caramely stuff over it, so it holds the popcorn together with caramel. And, oh my gosh, it's really good. What else is... You know what would be great? Yeah, that would be cool, Miss Deanna, if people had pastries on Halloween instead of candy. That'd be slightly healthier.
Pastries.
You know what would be great? You know what I wish somebody would give me if I knew that it was safe to eat? Rice Krispies treats on Halloween. Yum. You could put, like, orange and black sprinkles in it. Orange and purple sprinkles in Rice Krispie treats. Oh man, you could get a cookie cutter in the shape of a ghost or pumpkin and then make them into like pumpkin or ghost shaped Rice Krispie treats. Oh my gosh, now I'm getting hungry. What? Nobody what?
Nobody would eat Rice Krispie treats.
I would make them and I could hand them out to people around here. What? Nobody's gonna eat them? They think I would put something bad in it?
Baby, can you do your thing?
Oh, fine.
We're at 1100 and dropping. Hey guys, out of the 70 people here, we need 20 people to run the shorts in the background at 2 times speed.
No candy for me this year because I had oral surgery this morning, says Later Gator.
Ooh.
Oh, why would they do that on Halloween? That's horrible.
Because you get in when they can get you in.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Later Gator.
That's how it works.
Oh, it's horrible.
I'm surprised there's no boo in the sealed room.
I don't know why they destroyed Fortnite, like Team Rumble.
Because
So
they said not enough people used it.
What do you mean? Everyone did. Every YouTuber's complaining that it's gone.
Oh, of course.
What do they mean not enough people used it? If not enough people used it, then why would people always be trying to get in it?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, they've lost their mind.
They have lost their mind. No, this was the sealed room. Okay. Do 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 do.
I was singing a Christmas Carol today
No.
at work, and people were like, "Stop it!"
See?
I was like, but I was ready to go because it's time for Christmas preparation. I don't have a problem with Thanksgiving. I just don't have the money for both of them, so I'm just gonna skip one of them. Christmas is more important, so we'll just skip. We should move Thanksgiving to June
No, stop.
because there's too many things going on.
There's always more holidays in the fall. That's how it's always been.
I was always told as a little kid, I always asked my parents, why are there so many holidays when it's cold? And my parents said, because people hate the winter and they need something to look forward to. And they said, otherwise people will get depressed. So there needs to be Valentine's Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween. 4 holidays in the fall.
That makes sense.
So that people don't get depressed. Because otherwise they'll feel sad. Because they're cooped up inside and they can't go outside and see the sun. So they might as well have 4 holidays.
That makes sense.
I thought that was stupid, though. There's no reason.
That's a pretty good explanation.
I think that's a horrible explanation. 4 holidays, 5 New Year's. You have Valentine's Day, New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Halloween. That's 5 winter/fall holidays in the cold season. I'm serious.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So literally, the only reason why we have so many holidays when it's cold out is so that people don't get depressed. It's the only thing we have to look forward to. If you think about it, look at this. Everyone is always like, oh, it's Halloween, and next month is Thanksgiving, and next month is Christmas, and after that is New Year's, and after that is Valentine's Day, and then people are like, finally, it's all over. Now we can breathe. It's like, nope. Well, of course, then you have the holiday that's, it's not really, it's
Yes,
sort of optional.
That's what Amber's parents told her, yes.
Yep, that's what my parents told me. They said it's so people don't get depressed during the cold season when no one can leave the house. So, that's why. So now we know why we have all these holidays when it's cold out. I mean, it's true, says Later Gator.
Yeah. Maybe make sure you do that thing, because...
Happy Halloween, Julia. Alright. I hope you're having a good day, Julia. Great to see you. Hope you're having a nice Halloween with your family. Do you guys like the Switch too? Says Nintendo. Oh, I thought Julia was here. It's not. It's Nintendo games. I thought it said Nintendo Gamer account. Sorry.
Julia might be working.
Hi, Nintendo Games. Says Happy Halloween. Do you guys like the Switch too? And are you guys gonna cover Final Fantasy series?
Probably.
Like, I mean, the Pixel Remastered and 7 Remake coming to Switch too. Oh, you mean are we gonna cover Final Fantasy 7 Remake again?
Probably. Probably do it as a live stream series. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, do we have a giant poster of Final Fantasy 7 Remake on our wall?
Yeah.
Then we'll probably do it again.
We like that game. I don't know how I feel about Rebirth, though.
I don't like Rebirth. It's not as good. And you know why? Because they changed the combat system. They ruined it. They listened to the complainers online, and then instead of being able to upgrade your character based on like actually grinding in the game, you're not able to grind, and you can only upgrade your character based on doing story missions, which sucks. They ruined the entire gameplay of Rebirth, and it's terrible.
Whoa!
They need to fix it and change it back.
They're not gonna change it back.
The game itself with the cutscenes is decent, but they changed the gameplay mechanics, therefore ruining it. It's like if you made yourself a nice latte with sugar and mocha, and then you poured salt into it. That's what they did with Rebirth. I'm not drinking that with the salt in it.
Yeah, you could only really level up by doing side missions. And
They completely ruined the game. It sucks.
There was a lot of good story elements to it, but
Yeah.
it did.
They ruined the game.
I wouldn't say it sucks. I'd say it was
I would
tedious.
say it would be like drinking a nice hot chocolate with salt in it. Drinking a glass of milk with salt. That's how bad it is. That's how badly they ruined it. You don't remember your rage on that. It was very you had so much frustration.
Well, it's because I like to overlevel.
No, it's not that. You literally could not. There was no way to actually decently grind in the game. And they made it ridiculous. It was terrible. Also, some of the story was mainly good, but Rebirth was when they started, you know, the first one was mainly following the story of Final Fantasy VII. And when you get to Rebirth, then it starts deviating on another timeline. So that's interesting as well.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it.
Guys, we're not gonna make it. We have to try to make it through the hour, and we're dropping like flies, guys. We have to. Guys and gals, please take time to watch 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 20 shorts.
Just run the shorts as the playlist.
We gotta watch some shorts, everyone.
If you guys haven't been here for a year, the channel's not doing well. Live streams hurt every channel that live streams, it hurts it. But live streaming is important to get super chats and memberships, so it's like a double-edged sword. The best way that we've found to survive live streaming is to have YouTube Shorts be watched by the viewers, because that creates what's known as organic viewership. So if you guys want to help the channel and you can't, you know, spend money by doing super chats or memberships, you can easily, especially if you're on a computer, you can run our shorts playlist in the background at 2x speed. And that'll cycle through a lot of shorts that you don't have to watch. You can even mute the shorts. We're just asking for, you know, it's very simple. My grandma used to do it while she was still alive, so you guys can do it.
Luke's grandmother can help.
My grandma did it for years.
Can you?
Well done, VG. This time, I have a special bit of information for you. Since you're cleaning the place anyway, wouldn't help to water the plants?
No. I will not be your water boy.
Be careful, VG.
I refuse to be your water boy.
I live for your cute little German accent for this guy. It's adorable.
Uh-oh. The guest room. Another little girl.
Do not try to wake me. Go away! Whoa, look at how cold it is in there. Oh, I know why it's cold. Is it cold in the whole mansion, Luke, or just in that room?
In that room, it has symbolized ghosts.
Yeah. Just a few weird... I don't know why, but I ended up watching this paranormal investigator show on accident, which I do not watch anymore, would not suggest it's too spooky. But most paranormal investigators do say that if there is a ghost in a room, the temperature will drop. It's a normal thing that people say about ghosts. So if you got rid of the ghost, then the temperature should go back up normal. It's like a spiritual thing that the temperature drops.
It's supposed to symbolize stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
877 views on the cat short.
Well, that explains why there's ghosts in this room. Mirrors. I don't like mirrors. Even to this day, I don't like them.
I think we have to water her.
I'm just thankful we didn't watch any scary movies today. It's too scary for me. I don't like creepy things. The only thing I kind of wish I would watch today is the Ghostbusters movie. The first one would be fun to watch. Maybe if Luke and I watch it tonight or something.
Making her wet the bed.
You're making her wet her bed. Wow.
Yep. Nobody likes wetting the bed. Oops. Da 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 da. How do you... What? Oh, yeah, that's right. The room goes back to normal.
Of course.
It's a boo. Curse you, boo! There was no key in this room. Bad Boo. Bad Boo, bad Boo, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Apparently, like, I don't know why, but the only thing I get watching on the internet sometimes is like, I don't know, I was watching some Weird Al Yankovic videos recently. They were pretty funny.
Weird Al is funny. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Good job, VG. Now send me the book. I'll send you the book. Be careful, Ouija.
Just...
There's no improvement. Oh. And we haven't hit 1,000 views. I can't stop this. What games am I playing for a Halloween event later, Gator? Bunch of stuff.
Marvel Rivals and Fortnite.
Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, and some other stuff.
And maybe one other thing. Maybe Luke will play something we can watch him play, like Castlevania or something. I guess the last one will be the other one will be a mystery.
Where am I going now? Oh, we have to go all the way upstairs.
Just thinking, I never saw that one. Someone was talking about one of their top Weird Al Yankovic ever one was White and Nerdy. It's like, they see me rolling my Segway. I wanna, like, he's talking about math computers and stuff, and he's trying to hang out with gangsters, and they're like getting away from him because he's too white and nerdy. He's not cool enough for them.
Yeah.
It was really funny. That was back when people could make fun of stereotypes and just have fun with it. Now people are so uptight about everything. It was actually funny back then. It was just cute. I didn't realize, but Donny Osmond was dancing on that. When he said he was dancing, he was doing all these weird dances in the background. No.
He had Donny Osmond in the video?
Yeah. He's in the video dancing, doing these weird, like, show dances. Just show, like, nerdy dances.
Okay.
Yeah. He really is in that video.
Right there. Armory?
Oh, armor.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, this reminds me of the Gravity Falls episode where they had an entire room of wax figures that came to life.
This probably inspired the level later in Luigi's Mansion 2 where the knight armors are side by side in the hallway. What's funny is this game started as a niche thing, then it had its sequel on the 3DS, and then the Switch game, Luigi's Mansion 3, sold millions. Like, Luigi's Mansion 3 is the top-selling Luigi's Mansion game ever made. I think it sold like 7 or 8 million copies worldwide. Like, it is a success.
One?
No!
No.
No. This game hasn't sold a million
No, I
copies.
meant the original on the GameCube.
No. The one that sold millions and millions is Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh,
This game sold at least 1 million, Because games have to sell at least 1 million in order to be part of the Player's Choice brand.
Oh.
So this game sold at
sorry.
least 1 million back in the day.
Yeah, you're right, Silver Sonic. Tomorrow is All Saints Day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole... I mean, that's why people started celebrating Halloween, because it was like All Hallows Eve, the night before All Saints Day. All Saints Day is actually the original holiday. Holy Day or whatever. And then Halloween is the evening before it.
Dang it.
Oh, and Miss Deanna was saying Day of the Dead is November 2nd. So November 1st, All Saints Day, Day of the Dead, November 2nd. So it's 3 days, basically.
There's actually a cool indie game that's in development about the Day of the Dead. It's a Castlevania-inspired like game. And you play as this detective who has to... He basically transforms into like a common rider that looks like a Day of the Dead person. And it's like a Castlevania Symphony of the Night style game. But it has detective elements in it, and he's investigating on the Day of the Dead. It's an indie game that's currently in development. Like, it's supposed to be coming out next year.
We, in our church, in November 1st, in our church, like All Saints Day, we would usually, I remember even as a little kid, they would light a candle or something for every church member that passed away that year. So they would remember everyone that passed. Like Silver Sonic was saying that where he is, they go to graveyards and they remember people that passed away. And they do that for Day of the Dead also. Like they do that where they remember. Miss Dana was saying it's about family and remembering people that passed. So yeah, Day of the Dead and All Saints Day are very similar. Honestly, almost exactly the same. Except for All Saints Day is a church holiday, like Silver Sonic was saying, and in Hispanic countries, Day of the Dead becomes, it's like a church holiday, but it also becomes a cultural holiday as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like all the painted skulls on Day of the Dead. The skulls creep me out.
It's part of the culture.
I know. I guess if it was... But if it was a day with spiders painted, you wouldn't like it.
I just wouldn't observe the holiday.
Okay.
I can still be respectful of other people's holidays while not doing them.
Alright, well, that's very cool of you to do that, Luke.
I might not like it, but I'm not going to make fun of their culture or anything. Okay. I won't participate. If there was a spider holiday, I wouldn't participate. It's that simple.
I'm gonna make a spider holiday when I become president of the world. I'm gonna make everyone observe it.
Oi, you with the mustache, yeah, you. What do you think of me jar collection? Pretty amazing, yeah? Don't you say? Well, why can't you just let you look at them for free now, can we? Now, think not. If you'd like to view me jars, you'd best challenge me first. Fine with me. It's on then. See how many of me you can freeze with that ice, boyo. If you freeze 7 of me, then you win, righty right? But if you lose, mate, it's out the door with you. Rightio, bring it on.
We don't have any ice. One.
Do you hate spiders here? Or do you hate spiders, Luke, says Miles?
Yes. Indeed I do.
Wait, if there was a spider holiday, would it mean you would have to get some spider donuts? They would be like cider donuts, but with spiders decorated on them, says Miss Deanna.
Game over, mate. And the results are... You got 7 of me, boyo. I can't believe it. How could I lose? You made me face red for sure, mustache boy. Maybe you'd fancy getting stuffed into one of these here jars, eh? No.
Freeze the jar ghost, says... Oh, wait. I mean, this painted skulls actually kind of look pretty and less scary compared to just regular skeletons you see in the hospital, says Miss Deanna. Yeah, they do make it look artistic. You're right, Miss Deanna. That's a good point. They do look somewhat pretty. Sometimes they paint like flowers or polka dots. I guess you're right. Yep, thanks for reminding us about All Saints Day, Silver Sonic, and also the Sienna letting us know about. I didn't know what Day of the Dead was. What is my favorite thing about Assassin's Creed Ezio? Frank, that it has a good plot and decent gameplay and is actually fun to play and it has characters I care about. Unlike most Assassin's Creed games.
Oh, and did you hear that Assassin's Creed Shadow they're putting on Switch too?
Wow.
Yeah.
I was talking about my favorite Assassin's Creed games, and I didn't play the whole Ezio collection, so I don't know. I remember we played the Assassin's Creed game with those two twins, which was alright. We were gonna play that Assassin's Creed game with a Native American person, but I don't remember that at all. I don't think we did it. Assassin's Creed 3. I didn't play... If I had to do my top Assassin's Creed games, it'd probably be... And I've only played 3 seconds of the Greek one. It'd probably be Ezio, from the ones I've played, which I've only played like 5. And, like, a few of them I only played for 1 second when Luke gave me the controller to run around. So I'm talking about the Greek one there. So my favorite ones that I've even played for a few seconds are Assassin's Creed 2 is my #1 game. After that, I'm going to say Assassin's Creed... And these are the ones I've played, so I haven't played any of the other Ezio ones. My other favorite one, I'm going to say, based on the story and the fact that I like the character, is going to be Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh, yeah.
Is going to be my #2, because honestly, I really did like the story of the Egyptian guy with his son and looking at the stars. I thought that was very tender-hearted and I actually cried a little bit. So I'm going to put that as my #2. After that, I really didn't get to play enough of the Greek Assassin's Creed one to even look at it because I didn't get to see any Cyclopses or anything Minotaurs yet because I only ran around for like 3 seconds. So I don't really know what I think about that. But I'm still going to put it as #3 because I do think Assassin's Creed Greece is cool. So we're going to go with Assassin's Creed Ezio, Assassin's Creed Origins, and then Assassin's Creed Greece. And I don't know what the name of that is. And then I'm going to go with Assassin's Creed Valhalla as #4. And because the only other Assassin's Creed game I've ever played is the one with the twins, I'm going to go Assassin's Creed Twins as #5. But I actually don't know the name of it. And then if I had to make it #6, I would go Assassin's Creed Mirage, just because I think it looks cool, but I've actually never played it. So there's my top. But honestly, I literally played Assassin's Creed Greece for 1 second. I got the controller for 3 seconds and ran around. So I really didn't actually play that. Assassin's Creed Syndicate was my favorite, followed by Odyssey. Victorian London was the best setting for anything, says Jotaro. Oh, that's what it was. The twins were in London.
Yep.
Oh, that's why their clothes looked cool. That's awesome, Jotaro. Thank you for reminding me. Did you know they showed that Assassin's Creed 3, the signing of the Declaration of Independence? I did not know that, Frank.
Yep, Assassin's Creed 3 is in the Revolutionary War.
Luke was very excited about that, but I guess they, as usual, messed it up in a way.
They did mess it up.
They always mess up everything, and they even messed up Valhalla, but I did like the detail of the houses and the environments. Honestly, why can they get the environments so good, except for, of course, Assassin's Creed Shadows? They didn't get the houses right.
I don't remember if it was an Elseworld story, but they turned George Washington into King George, and it was bad.
Wow.
Yeah, you had to kill Washington.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. A little annoying.
It's interesting that they would say he's King George, since he actually didn't even put his name in to run for being president.
Right. It's else, you know, it's not real. But it's still, like, as a super fan of George Washington, I didn't like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, I remember they hyped us up so much for the game. You were never running through battles of the American Revolution the way that they showed in that trailer. I was so hyped when they showed in the trailer, like, the assassin guy, like, dodging musket fire from the Continental Army and the you know, the British and stuff like that, but it was never like that. In fact, if somebody would actually upload that gameplay trailer that they showed us at E3, that would be something else, because, I mean, that game would be possible to make today, but the stuff that they were showing us back then was purely B-roll footage, like, CGI.
When they were showing, like, in the cutscene with Assassin's Creed, Egypt, like, with the guy, he was talking to his son and showing him the stars. It reminded me of Simba and Mufasa when he was showing him the stars, and he was saying, like, those are our ancestors up there, and he was showing him. I don't know why it reminded me of a scene from that movie.
They were inspired by the Lion King
really?
to do that. Yeah.
You think so? Yeah.
No, it's not. They were inspired by the Lion King to do that.
It reminded me of that Lion King scene. It was very similar. It was very touching though. Like, I thought it was nice. So maybe I'll have to give Assassin's Creed Syndicate another chance, Jotaro. Because I forgot that was in London, honestly. I forgot what country that was. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to forget. Sorry to my English friends. I forgot that was London. I feel like the Assassin's Creed games have so much potential, but they always seem to mess it up. It's like they always go to a country and they're like, we're gonna give this country a really great showcase and show their culture and show their history, and they usually botch something tremendously and make it messed up. They can't help themselves but botch it. Sad, really. Surprised they've never done Assassin's Creed France. That's where Ubisoft lives, is France. That's where they're centered. They should do Joan of Arc. Or they should do the Holy Roman Empire with Charlemagne. That would be interesting. Because Charlemagne was from France. Or, you know who they could do who is French? William of Orange. William the Conqueror is French. Now that would be an of course, that's actually centered on England. Because he was French, but he came over and took the English throne. But that would be very interesting, honestly. I think they should do William of Orange.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. Or they should do Louis XIV, the Sun King, the greatest king of France.
The Assassin's Creed franchise is not in the best place right now.
Oh, you know who they could do? Oh, I just thought of a better one. They should do the French Revolution. They could do Marie Antoinette. That would be violent, though. I'll tell you.
Yeah. I mean, those games are violent.
Or, I just thought of another person they could do. They could do Napoleon.
Hmm.
That would be great. That would be epic. Oh, I've decided Napoleon. I'll have to write them.
I don't know where the other boo went.
They're not in the best shape right now with the Assassin's Creed games, Luke.
Nope.
Sorry to hear that.
Aren't I supposed to freeze this?
You know who else is from France? The cone heads are. They said they're from France, Luke.
Right, no, I know.
Interesting, they've set 2 Assassin's Creed games in Britain with completely different characters, says Jotaro.
Yeah.
They have? 2 games have been set in Britain? What is the other one? Syndicate and something else? I didn't know that. Oh, Jotaro. Freeze the toxic water, says OH. They really started messing it up with Assassin's Creed Origins, says Silver Sonic.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They didn't used to mess it up, says Keyblade Master Jeffrey. It's all that culture with Twitter and stuff that's messing it up. They did the French Revolution in Assassin's Creed Unity, says Jagger. They did? What's Assassin's Creed Unity? I don't remember that. They already did the French Revolution?
Sort of, kind of.
Oh. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I mean, it's made by Ubisoft. Amber, what do you expect, says Silver Sonic. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that was their nickname, Silver Sonic.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
hot,
right.
hot, very hot. You're making it too hot. I'm gonna cook in this heat. I'm gonna melt. Did you light these fires? What were you thinking? People who start fires in this mansion had better be ready to pay the price. Now learn your lesson.
Oh, Miss Deanna says the one about a Napoleonic Wars is coming out in November, says Miss Deanna. Jotaro reminded me, it's Valhalla. It shifts to Britain after the beginning. Oh, I forgot. You can't tell a story about Vikings without telling where they attacked the people of Britain.
Right, they went to Britain.
Sorry about that, Jotaro. Whoops. I kind of erased that part of my memory about the Vikings attacking Britain. Yeah, I forgot. Alfred the Great of Britain. The only king that had the guts to stand up against the Vikings.
Okay, let's stop for now.
I'm not.
Because, you know, I'm gonna die. Gotta concentrate.
Sorry. I didn't know that all these people were calling me that.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
nickname for Ubisoft. No, you jerk. All the way to the 3rd floor again.
Oh, Sword Cloud says chill in Arnold voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Jotaro. So 2 Assassin's Creed games were set in Britain. That's true, in way different parts of history.
We're probably gonna die.
Hi, Alpha. Hello, Silver Sonic. Did I know that Assassin's Creed Brotherhood takes place in Rome, says Savon? I didn't know that. I didn't know they had a Roman one, Savon. It's an interesting thing. Thank you, Savon. I don't know all the... I guess I'm gonna have to look up all the Assassin's... You know what looked cool is the Assassin's Creed game taking place in China, but it's a mobile game.
Ezio trained a Chinese assassin.
Oh, I didn't know
And his,
that.
like, Ezio's last game is a PSP game.
Well, they said there was a new Chinese mobile game coming out a while ago. They announced like 4 or 5 Assassin's Creed games like a few years ago. One of them looked like it was from China.
Be careful, Luigi.
Hello, Silver Sonic. Hi, Agent Jacob.
Where's the last person?
Hi, says Sho Kamui. Speaking of Vikings, says Luke ever got an amber spear.
No.
Because of problems in history between my people and Luke's people, Luke won't get me a spear. Also, Luke thinks that I'm violent inside.
Yep.
He thinks I can't be trusted. Just because I have anger issues doesn't mean you can't trust me with a spear, Luke.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And there's one Boo left. I have no idea where he is.
Also, Luke keeps throwing out all my knives for some reason.
Yeah.
Every time I have a sharp knife, I'm like, I don't find it anymore. I only have one tiny paring knife. Luke doesn't want to have a lot of knives around the house.
Yeah, there is that.
I have to rip stuff open with my teeth. Like a Viking. Oh wait, I am a Viking.
Hey guys, how much is left of this game? Is there a whole nother chapter after this, or is this the last chapter?
I mean, aren't we all a little violent in our DNA, says Meyer?
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I like to think that I have... Being a Viking, I like to think that I'm a little more... I don't know. We probably are a little bit. We probably all are.
We need more. Need more health. No.
Hello, Sho Kamui. Hope you're having a great day. Good to see you. I'm waiting for that spear. It's on my Christmas list. I'm gonna ask Santa for it. I want a spear. Luke. Last year I asked Santa for a spear and never got one.
Yep.
Even if Santa brought one, Luke would throw it out.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Luke. I'm not gonna use it for evil. I'll use my spear for good. I'll just spear people that deserve it.
Uh-huh.
Like, if I get in an argument with someone and I disagree with them, spear time. If I'm running late in traffic and somebody's really slow in front of me, it's time for the spear to come out.
Oh, well.
If somebody crosses me in the grocery store or gives me the wrong look, it's time for spear time. If I go to the salon and they cut my hair the wrong way or dye it the wrong color, it's time to get the spear out.
Oh, jeez.
If the IRS yells at me and charges me for taxes, nope, I'm not getting my spear out because I'm afraid of them.
What second floor are you in?
Hi, Mayor Debbie. Maybe Luke could get Amber like a Nerf spear. Yeah, that's true, Shokamui.
No.
I want Amber to have a spear, says Miles. Spear for Amber, says Shokamui.
Mm-mm.
Yes. I don't know why, Luke. Do you really think I would be tempted to be violent with a spear?
Yep.
Luke doesn't want us to get into, like, if Luke's like, you can't, Luke's like, you know, nope, Amber, there's not enough for shoes this month. You can't get those cute pair of little shoes with the bows on them. And I'll be like, yeah, I want them. Luke's like, no, we have to pay bills. And I'll be like, I'll show you who's paying bills. And I get my spear out. Luke's like, no, be a good Amby.
Painter.
Ah, French painter.
He likes to paint lots of stuff.
You filthy swine, you're blind to the life I have my creations, then very well I show you the mastery of my art.
You have to bust each one of these ghosts.
And I thought the Vitrumites were nasty as the sword cloth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the Vitrumites are.
Invincible show.
Oh.
You wouldn't know what that is.
Oh. I thought Luke played this game so many times that you'd remember when he ends the game, says Isaiah. Oh, I don't remember.
You would think so. The only reason we're playing it again is because it re-released on the Switch 2. This will probably be the last time we do Luigi's Mansion.
The last three boos, the Painter Ghost and King Boo. That's all that remained for the game, says Outage. Oh, wow. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is part of the Ezio games, the Sword Cloud. I've never played it. I've never played Unity. Or Brotherhood. I've never played Brotherhood. I've only played the very beginning of Assassin's Creed 2. I didn't get very far. Luke's played Assassin's Creed 2 probably several times.
Yep. I like Assassin's Creed 4 too, which is a pirate one.
I honestly would love to try Assassin's Creed 1, but you can't even find it.
Nope.
It's not even available. I'm sure that Ubisoft has it in their archives, but they won't release it.
I think I have a copy of Assassin's Creed 1. It's on PS3.
I'll play it. That sounds interesting to me. It doesn't have Ezio, though. I don't think. It has somebody else from the Crusades.
Shy Guy ghosts.
Oh wow, they're literally Shy Guys.
Yep, Shy Guys with pitchforks.
They're undead Shy Guys.
They're ghost Shy Guys.
You took their little faces. You took their little masks.
I took their masks off, yeah. Oh, so many of these ghosts. Whoops. Thankfully, he's giving us hearts, though. Oh, darn it. Darn it! Uh-oh. I'm gonna run into a banana. There's one down.
Are you disappointed with the lack of first-party new games on the Switch 2, says Meyer?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why, I mean, I'm looking forward to the Zelda game.
Luigi's Mansion is a great classic game to play on Halloween, says Mayor Debbie.
Correct.
It is the best game to play on Halloween, Mayor Debbie.
I mean, the Ghostbusters game would be good, too.
I heard that a rumor that Nintendo's working on a Luigi's Mansion 4. Is that true? Have you heard anything, Luke? Says Show Kamui.
I haven't heard anything, but at the same time, Luigi's Mansion 3 sold almost 10 million copies, so Nintendo will definitely do something with Luigi's Mansion again in the future. As well as Luigi's Mansion, they made a big advertisement saying that for the first time you can play all 3 games on Switch 2. You can play the Switch 2 version, or the Switch version of Luigi's Mansion 2. And you can play the Switch version of Luigi's Mansion 3, plus if you have the Switch 2, you can play Luigi's Mansion OG.
Sounds like they're leading up to something.
Yeah, they're definitely, like, I would say next year they'll probably announce it officially.
I think Luigi's Mansion is the ultimate classic game to play on Halloween. Followed by Castlevania, closely. And maybe a Ghostbusters game for number 3. Castlevania is very classic. But so is Luigi's Mansion.
I hit these guys.
And Ghosts and Ghouls, I would say, is number 4 for games to play on Halloween. Number 5, I'm gonna come in with Medieval. Oh, we have to put Resident Evil somewhere in there. But that's not a game that I would be able to play on Halloween. And then, of course, number 6, you'd have to put it in Ghostbusters. That awesome Ghostbusters game that was basically essentially the plot of Ghostbusters 3.
My creations! But even if I disappear, my work will live on. That is right, yes? Art is eternal, no? You have that only one of my creations left. But this cannot be. The laws.
I don't know. Something French.
Zut alors, something. I know allures is like an exclamation, like, oh no, or oh wow, or something. Something like that. Happy Halloween, greetings from Greetings from Germany, says Lenaroni. Hi Lenaroni, how's it going? Greetings, happy Halloween.
Is he gonna call us back? If he calls us back. Nope, he didn't call us back.
When will your next live stream be, says Weston?
There's a live stream after this one.
After this.
The Halloween live stream is officially after this, but I think we're gonna end up finishing this game tomorrow. Because, like, I gotta get the next stream started, and I need to do something. Like, this stream has been going on for... Plus, I need to find the last boo, and that's gonna take a long time, because I gotta check the entire mansion for the last boo.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't go out the door. Don't go out the door.
Oh, you know what another great game to play on as Halloween? Luke should do a top 10 video on the best games for Halloween.
Honey, I don't have the energy to do top 10s.
I'll write it. I have a great idea.
The writing is the easy part.
Oh, it's editing the clips. And making the voiceover. Alright. Top 10 games to play for Halloween. Number 1, Luigi's Mansion is at the top. I'm gonna say number 2 is definitely Castlevania. It deserves the number 2 spot. Number 3 spot is either gonna be Medieval or, like I said, Ghosts and Ghouls. So we're gonna go with Medieval. I changed my mind. Number 4, I'm gonna say Resident Evil. Number 5, we're gonna go with Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Number 6 is gonna be like Ghosts and Ghouls. Number 7 is, actually no, number 6 is going to be the Ghostbusters game. That was the third game after the third movie. So that's going to be number 6. Number 7, we're going to go with Ghosts and Ghouls. And I don't really have an 8, 9, or 10. But we could probably think of something. Alright, Plants vs. Zombies. And then you'd have to come up with 2 or 3 other ones. And honestly, you could easily make a pretty cool top 10. And if you were going from actual games instead of game series, then you'd have to include several Luigi's Mansion games in it. What do you guys think is the best game to play on Halloween? Anyone? Anyone have a favorite game to play on Halloween?
Okay, you seem bursting at all kinds of wild techniques, VG. Now then, send me the boo.
Alright, so it gave us the option to save. So like I said, we have to go through the entire mansion and find the missing boo, which we'll be doing tomorrow. And then we'll go fight the final boss. So the last boo hunt, I didn't even mean to do this 100%. It just kind of happened that way. Like, we're going to collect all the boos. And, yep. So... we'll finish that tomorrow. So it is going to end up being 4 streams, just like the other one. But it's because I lost the boo. But that's all there is to it.
Batman Arkham Asylum for me, says Zach.
Okay, pause.
That is spooky.
Alright guys, so the official Halloween stream is next. It usually starts around this time of night. I need to eat some dinner, so I'll be back. The first stream of the Halloween thing will be Fortnite. The second part of the stream will be Marvel Rivals, and then be looking into some other stuff. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. And, yeah, that's it. That's all. Thank you guys so much, and see you on the official Halloween stream starting up next. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!